for our ball club, I thought this game was a ball game that was going to be ebb and flow. There was going to be some opportunities for us, and we had to be able to take advantage of them. When I look back at this ball game, I mean, it's a game of some plays made by like a young quarterback, like keeping some drives alive, and really us not getting off the field on third down. We had some third and long opportunities, man, that we just didn't function in. And when you don't function and you give a good offense a second opportunity, man, it just leads to points. So for us, this is one of those ball games where I thought we did a good job of mixing the run and pass. I thought we had been solid balance to what we were doing offensively. Defensively, it was about not fitting, right? I mean, we had some younger guys in. I thought Corey played hard, but there were some times, man, we had some bad run fits. And when you have bad run fits, you're only like a man away from that thing getting out and squirting out. So, tonight, again, we're growing up. Tough to see Otto go down. He's had 4 starts. I think he's played well. He's played hard. But overall, valiant effort. We just got to continue to keep going.
Coach, I know it was Roman's first collegiate start for him. What were you seeing from him inside the pocket?
I saw poise. He never really got rattled. I thought he stepped up when he needed to. There were a couple of times where he wished he would have, but he just extended plays. I thought he saw the field well. I thought he made timely throws. I thought he, gave guys a chance. And with that, I mean, he managed, a lot of what he saw. He saw pressures and he got the ball out. So to me, a great first start for, a young guy, man, who's waited his turn to step on the field.
There was a lot of players out tonight, including vets, but there's a true competitive nature out there. I mean, you all are down by 2 at one point. How proud of you were them for that certain moment, for them just to continue to fight?
Yeah, I thought these guys, again, you come back to this space. We knew we were going to be shorthanded. They weren't worried about that. They just wanted the opportunity to just go play, okay? Put their cleats in the ground and compete. And you know what? We competed for, in 3 quarters and, 9 minutes. I think with that, there's some things there, man, that I got to commend this group for. Because being shorthanded, sometimes, man, you can just mail it in. They didn't mail it in. They came out, man, they fought, they played a ball game, and we came up short. And we can build from that. We're playing a lot of young players right now, and because some old guys are beat up or either hurt. So with that being said, just keep going.
Derek, did you think about going for it there on the goal line when you kicked there to make it, to cut it to 2 there?
Yeah, I did. I thought about going for it. I wanted this group not to feel deflated with not getting points out of it. I mean, again, it's a close ball game. You want to see the defense get a stop. Not because I'm a defensive guy, but just because our offense has just done a good job. Okay, but our defense has gotten the ball for them too. So, and understand that, man, points are available. Take the points and let's see what happens.
Coach, a team that's now looking to the future, playing a lot of young guys. Where does Roman stand on the depth chart now, injuries aside?
Yeah, I mean, Roman played hard tonight. I think Roman gave us a chance tonight. We have to evaluate Nick, week to week. But in the end, here's what you got 2 guys, okay? One in Roman who's healthy right now, and Nick who's on the mend. So, anytime you have 2 quarterbacks, man, you feel good about that. But until I get an okay, Roman's going to stay in that role, and what we got to do is just continue, man, to give him more reps so he can see it and manufacture points.
Coach, 2 different situations tonight where the ball was on the 2 and then penalties hurt you guys in that goal line area. Can you talk about how that affected the offense?
Yeah, I mean, you're down on the 2-yard line, man, and I'm still going for it. I want to put those points on the board like anything else. But anytime, you sort of shoot yourself in the foot and it knocks you back, okay, you're just going to look at the points and take the points. Again, just try not to let the game get away from you. But I think, penalties kill drives. I think we had 8, they had 4. Right? So that's just a space where we got to be better. Timely penalties just continue to kill us at times. But, again, I think our guys are fighting.
You talked about those young guys. One of those guys was DJ Taylor, who had a rough week last week, rebounded this week. How did he, show some growth coming in for an injured Jaquel Middlebrook tonight?
Yeah, I think his coach trusts him. I think we all do. right? It's a young guy making mistakes. Young guys are going to make mistakes. You know, you gotta let them grow through the mistakes, and what you find is that those guys become pretty adept at not making the same mistake twice. You know, DJ touched the ball quite a few times tonight, and you know he held on to it and did a really good job. So, look, we're just going to keep playing football and keep charging forward.
They're kind of obviously a disappointing season to this point.
Yep.
Where's kind of your mindset about this team and where things are headed?
You know, man, you get through the season, then you make decisions, right? You know, I mean, some have been made in season, man, because I thought really at the end of the day, we were dysfunctional in some areas, or just not moving the way we needed to move. But I think guys are fighting. Okay, man, we're just playing young guys, and again, man, you really make decisions and truly assess everything that's got to happen in a short amount of time as you end the season. Okay, we're on the back half of it, but we got 2 games left, so we got to go play.
One of those receivers in the room, Najee Cox, wasn't on the injury report but didn't come out tonight. What was kind of the situation with that? Was he something going on there?
Yeah, like Najee's had a foot for a while, right? And we just instead of just prolonging that situation, just trying to get him on the mend, right? We had some younger guys that were going to have to step into those roles, guys like Zayden Moore, Neil Clifton. Okay, man, if called on tonight, those guys are ready to play. You see Landon Collins come out here, and he's playing. So I just think letting that guy mend, just like we let Jaquil mend, and let's see about getting those guys back when they're ready.
And then just one more from me, Coach.
Yeah.
You had Roman this week, found out earlier in the week that he was going to start. How did that kind of affect the game plan going in tonight, or if it did at all?
It really did. I mean, to be honest, I mean, he's been watching and having to function with some of the same plays. I think those guys have different skill sets. Like what it comes down to, I don't know if people thought Roman can run or not run, right? So really what you see today is that, man, he's pretty adept. I wouldn't say that he's a pure, dual threat, but, man, he can run enough to put you in conflict. And I think for us, he just did some things, right? He made them play 11-man football, and when they didn't, they had to pay. So with that being said, kudos, for us. And I just thought the young man competed. He played his tail off. Right now, I'll take Roman in any fight that I'm stepping into, man, because the dude was ready. He was Johnny on the spot, and he was great energy. When you saw his energy, dude sort of vibed off what he was doing, and that's important, right? At that position, man, you want a guy who's a force multiplier. I thought he was a force multiplier in a lot of different ways.
Missing Shakai Woods tonight, how did that affect the defensive plan?
Yeah, man, but Shakai had been battling a stomach bug since Tuesday, and man, it went around. I mean, we had 7 or 8 guys, okay, that didn't practice, on a Wednesday, Thursday, right? I mean, it was just a stomach bug. We were just trying to keep guys away from guys, and Shakai was just one of those ones that couldn't bounce back. I mean, he was still sick as we were leaving. So, unfortunate. I think he's better now, but when you have those types of things running through your program, and it makes it hard.
When your first collegiate start, what did you see from yourself out there?
I think I've seen what I've seen in myself throughout the whole, just playing football. I think that's what it was at the end of the day. It's just playing football, what I've been doing my whole life, I think.
What do you think you need to work on the most as you go into possibly starting a game? We don't know yet, but for Sam Houston.
I think my pocket presence, standing there, trusting those guys, delivering shots after taking a shot. I think that could definitely work on. Obviously, ball placement can never be too perfect. If it's 3 inches here, 3 inches there, it might be a difference in running for 3 yards or running for 60 yards, you know what I mean? So I think that just the little things with me, I think.
You connected pretty well with wide receivers, even for third down conversions as well, so that was a positive. How do you think you're going to continue that momentum?
I think it just starts in practice. Just keeping the same routine that we've been doing, getting on the same connection and communication as those guys.
Roman, you look pretty calm and cool starting this game. I mean, talk about the nerves or lack thereof.
Yeah, I was a little surprised. I wasn't very nervous. Coming into it, everybody kept asking me throughout the week, "Are you nervous?" I was nervous, and I said no, but I'm sure I will become game time. But strutting out there, I mean, like I said, it's just football. You know what I mean? I've been doing it since I was in 8th grade, so just every football field's 53 1/3. You know what I mean? That's how I think of it.
Roman, just throughout your whole time here so far, you and Nick have it seems like a special relationship and a friendship. How has he helped you kind of prepare for this spot start tonight, and how big has he been in just your preparation this week?
Yeah, I owe it all to that guy. I tell him that every time I get to. I appreciate him and what he does. Every time coming off the field, he was there for me. We look at the pictures. He tell me what he's seeing. You know, he has a lot of ball under his belt. So anything I can take from him, I definitely do. That's my guy. I love him to death.
Roman, when did you find out you were starting this week?
So I think officially it was Monday night. Coach Reeder called me. But once I kind of found out that Nick was hurting a little bit, I kind of mentally prepared myself that it's probably go time.
All right, Parker, obviously you didn't come out with a win tonight, but what did you see from your team overall with your efficiency?
Yeah, obviously didn't get the win, but there's a lot of strain. A lot of young guys out there playing. Roman, man, shout out to him, and he had a heck of a game. Thought defense played well. We just got to finish, continue to play hard for 4 quarters, but yeah.
What about that interception that you had? What was going through your mind in that moment?
I just wish I could have made it to the end zone, but yeah, it was a good play. We got to have more plays like that. We pride ourselves on getting 3 turnovers. We only got 1 tonight, but got to keep doing that.
Talk about some of the things that worked tonight, especially the running game. I mean, the pass game was tough, but talk about the running game and how you guys stopped that better.
Yeah, it's obviously something we pride on. We stopped the run. That's what we've done all year. We had a nose tackle out, and Felix stepped up. He played well. The front 7, they played well all season long. So continuing to go to practice and work on those things is what we got to do.
Parker, obviously you guys were out without Nick tonight for the first time in a long time. How did you guys just kind of rally around that and play hard for him with Roman tonight?
Yeah, man, Roman's a leader. I mean, Nick's one of our guys. He's played a lot of football here at Middle Tennessee, and we just tried to rally around Roman and just give him confidence. And we all believe in him. He had a great game tonight. I mean, he put his stamp down, and I'm proud of him for it.
Last question for me. I know next game is senior day. How are you feeling going into that game, it being one of your last in the blue and white?
Yeah, it's sad, but I played here a long time, and I got a lot of love and respect for MT. So I want to go out with a bang. Senior night, might as well win, do something good.
We have Bucky, so we're going to go ahead and start with questions. I know defensively y'all were pretty consistent. I know you had a lot of people that had to step up tonight with injuries. What did you see from your team evaluating that?
Yes, ma'am. We played hard, but at the end of the day, still not good enough. We didn't get the result that we wanted, but a lot of guys stepped up, played a lot of key situations and key moments, and, we just got to keep building on that for these last 2 games. So we just got to keep on going and flip on to next week against Sam Houston.
I guess continuing on what you said with the momentum, what do you think y'all need to work on as you're going into Sam Houston, especially for senior night?
Just the little things, the details. You see what happens. It's just the details. So just got to go back to the drawing board and just move on. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Very good. Anybody else? All right. Thank you.